Welcome back to Vlogmas. I hope you guys are enjoying it so far. So I'm sat on the floor surrounded in tree ornaments, baubles, decorations, literally all things gold and sparkly, because it is finally the day where I have a little bit of time and I thought that we could decorate this magnificent tree together. We always decorate the tree together, and I feel like it's one of my favourite times throughout the whole of Christmas, because it's all of the memories, it's making memories, it's taking time to create something that just looks so extraordinarily special. And I do have a few tips and tricks tucked up my sleeve as to how to decorate the most beautiful looking tree. So without further ado, brew yourselves a cup of Christmas coffee or a little glass of bubbles and join me. So, quick sip of that, and literally, as I said, I am genuinely surrounded. First and foremost, we have got a beautiful white spruce pre-lit Christmas tree from Balsam Hill this year. I can't even begin to tell you how magnificent she is, and also what a game changer having a pre-lit tree is. John, bless him, knight in shining armor. It takes him like a whole day to do the other Christmas tree, and there is a very specific way of doing it. So if you don't have a pre-lit Christmas tree, do not worry. You can still achieve this look. However, you just need a lot more time and a lot more patience. Trust me, it's a task, and I feel so blessed that John, he takes it upon himself to do the tree lights, and he's exceptionally good at it. But basically what you have to do is start off at literally the base of the tree and wrap the lights through each individual teeny tiny branch. So if you imagine my hand as the branch, you're literally starting on the inside and working your way out. And with the Balsam Hill pre-lits, you just don't have to worry about as easy as just putting section on section and switching on. Ta-da! You get a beautiful tree. And this is actually a 9-foot Christmas tree, and we have had the Christmas tree here a few times in the past, but not in the last few years. And I think with all of the decorations and the accessories and the ornaments and the baubles, I think this might be the most beautiful tree and the most beautiful things I've ever been so lucky enough to have to decorate a tree. So without further ado, welcome to a Leonora Christmas tree Vlogmas vlog. We are going to literally be creating it together. So always what I would recommend is having a little look at the type of Christmas tree you want to create. Maybe you're going with a colour, maybe you're going with a theme, maybe they're all of the decorations that you have collected over the years. Or maybe if you're looking for a little bit of inspiration, obviously head over to my Instagram. And also, whilst you're at it, you might as well subscribe here, but also Pinterest. And when you're on Instagram, you can pop into the search engine at the top, Christmas tree decorations, and get a load of inspiration. Then have a little look at what you already have, because with the other Christmas tree, with our tartan theme, apart from the Amazon ribbon, I did everything from what we already have. And with the pieces here, I've got a whole box. Look at this. And this is what I mean. You start to create a bit of an edit. And the edit can be baubles that you have had in your family for generations. Maybe those really fun little decorations that you've been collecting since you were a little girl, or maybe decorations that you've been really lucky enough. These are some beautiful decorations that Kimberly very, very kindly gifted me. We've picked up things from Morocco, New York, America. My gosh, it's almost like a lifetime of memories in a box, and a gazillion sparkles. And then I have a few extraordinarily special new ones. So as you guys know, I don't even feel like honoured or even proud, just even cuts it. To say that I am one of the global brand ambassadors for Halcyon Days has got to be one of the biggest career moments, certainly in my career so far. And genuinely, I really wouldn't believe it wouldn't be possible without you guys. And this year they have been wildly generous and have sent me their beautiful baubles to be able to decorate our Christmas tree. So I really wanted to honour the Halcyon Days baubles, and I really based the whole tree and the concept of what I would love to create around these magnificent beauties. I'm just going to bring that close up. I'm actually going to take off the lid. Now, if you guys are new to my YouTube channel, then first and foremost, welcome to the family. And secondly, if you might not know about Halcyon Days, they are as royal as it gets. They have had more royal warrants than you can shake a stick at, and really they are the gifting brand. Whether you are looking for Christmas presents, birthday presents, christening presents, wedding presents, and the price point is genuinely phenomenal. The expertise and the craftsmanship and the passion that goes into creating these unbelievable pieces, from their enamel boxes to their beautiful crockery. And as always, I've got my Halcyon Days bangles on. Have a little look. This is my beautiful pearl bangle. This is one of my enamel bangles with the pave diamonds. And I've also got in my gorgeous Halcyon Days pearl earrings. They really have products and presents for everybody, no matter who it is in your family. Whether, you know, my father is such a tricky one to buy for, and he adores, I bought him the most beautiful ashtray from Halcyon Days. Gosh, years and years and years ago. Actually, so many of my christening gifts, it's so bizarre, and people either are like freaked out by it or it's quite sweet. I personally think it's on the sweeter side. I still have all my childhood teeth. Bizarre, I know, but they're in an enamel Halcyon Days box. So I have been just the biggest fan of Halcyon Days for as long as I genuinely can remember. And to now be able to say that I'm one of their global brand ambassadors, I feel like I'm dreaming. And then for them to send me all of these beautiful baubles, this is a dream that I just don't want to wake up from. So let's unbox these together. So this is their gorgeous gold poinsettia bauble, and it is just outstanding. So first and foremost, the weight of this bauble is just extraordinary. You can really feel the quality by the weight. Look at the gold at the top. I adore the gold checkers, the white, and then the red poinsettias. And as you can see, it's got the Halcyon Days ribbon, and she is pure perfection. And every bauble comes in the most stunning gift boxes. So we have got quite an array of different baubles. So this is another one of their baubles. So this is what Halcyon Days call their parterre black and gold bauble. It is as luxury as it gets. But again, the price point for these beautiful baubles, I personally think, is incredible when it comes to the craftsmanship and the quality. Everything is made in England, and just the storyline and everything behind Halcyon Days is what I personally think is very special. And I cannot wait to create what is probably going to be hands down my favourite Christmas tree of all time. But also, I'm looking forward to the generations, oh, this feels so special, the generations, I hope, of people throughout my family that are going to be able to hold this bauble in their hands and be able to decorate it with their tree and families and generations to come. I think it's very, very special. So I'm so looking forward to it. I can't even tell you. There are quite a few baubles in here. So I think what I'm going to do, oh my gosh, this is literally one of my favorite baubles of all time. You guys are going to lose it when you see this. This is Halcyon Days Christmas Corgi bauble. Next year I think we're going to have to encourage them to do a Christmas sausage, but a corgi will do. Just have a little look at this. Isn't that just the sweetest thing? It's a corgi with a crown. Poinsettias, we've got lovely jewels, and of course it is topped with the most exquisite gold. I'm so in love. Even the bottom, as you can see, you've got the royal warrants at the bottom. This is so special, and I think something else that could be such a wonderful gift. Maybe Halcyon Days baubles become your thing, and I've got multiple friends of mine who I love to in some ways gift a little something from a brand or a collection each time that there's like a monumental moment. Mark and I have a dear friend, well, friends I should say, and the moment she got engaged we started gifting Halcyon Days, and then the wedding came and now they are expecting a baby boy, and it's kind of become like our little thing with Halcyon Days. And being able to gift baubles every single year, it just means that they get to build a collection of their own, and every single time they bring something out they think of you, which I think is so special. Anyway, right, I have definitely got my work cut out for me because I need to unbox all of these baubles. Oh my gosh, this is literally a dream come true. I then need to have a little bit of a think as to how I'm going to place them on the tree. And then we had a few of the gold hydrangeas from our festive floral installation left over, and I said to the team, please leave them because I'm going to put them in the tree. And how special is that? Think about the baubles and the gold sprayed hydrangeas. They are going to look sensational. And then I definitely want to like pop out the reds because we don't want it to be too gold. We definitely want to pull out those gorgeous reds from the baubles as well as the beautiful little ribbons. And these are Balsam Hills glossy brilliant Bordeaux Christmas ornaments, and aren't they stunning? So I'm thinking these are going to hang around the tree. We're going to do all of the beautiful gold baubles that I've collected for my entire life, even down to the gorgeous gold pears. I absolutely adore them, and I'm just really excited to like give them a new lease of life and create yet again another tree with a few very, very precious new Christmas baubles. So without further ado, we are going to decorate what is going to be the most beautiful tree I have ever decorated. So let's do this. I started moving boxes around, and then I actually forgot to share this with you. We're talking about gifting and Halcyon Days doing so many different products. I am hosting, gosh, I feel like I'm giving a few bits and bobs away, but it will give you guys a good idea as to what is to come during Vlogmas. Of course, we have got so many dinner parties coming up in our household. Christmas is about sharing it with others and just making gorgeous memories that are going to last a lifetime. But I do like to make them just that little bit more special. So I am hosting a dinner party for a few of my darling and most treasured friends, and with that I always do like to treat them. So I've done an order on Halcyon Days of a few different bits and bobs, from crockery that actually we are going to just have at home that are definitely not gifts, because when you see this, this is what they call their antler trellis. So you have seen my antler trellis with the stag, you know, I'll pop a picture of them here. We have them in the dining room and we bring them out every year. I was so lucky enough to receive them last year, and I think they're probably the most beautiful dinner set I'm so lucky enough to own. And then when I saw these, I just thought, oh, they're like tonal. The same collection, however, this is a beautiful red little coaster plate. You could use this as a little coaster, or you could use it as a little bread plate. We love doing sort of like caviar and vodka evenings. We love celebrating lots of different cultures, whether it's Iranian food, Indian food, of course English food, French, Italian, and we do lots of different canapes. I love family style. I love a dinner party to be interactive, and our sort of like canapes and starter, I don't know, spreads, I suppose you could call it, are quite extravagant, but it's lovely to have like a little plate where a guest can take their own and just place a few little nibbly bits of their own. And as you can see, it's just the most beautiful quality. You've got the gorgeous gold rim, you've got the trellis detail, the stag that matches my other plates as well. So I've got 12 of these to match our dinner set. So I got those, but again, amazing gifts for people. And then talking of gifts, the bangles. I personally think their jewellery is just phenomenal. I don't know how they do it for the price point. I genuinely, I don't know. And oh my gosh, this is so gorgeous. This is actually a gift for my dad. As I said, I've gifted him the cigar ashtray. I know, tut tut. Daddy does like a cigar every so often. And this is a little trinket tray. And I thought that it would be a really, really beautiful little tray that he could have either on his dresser or a bedside table or wherever he wishes to have it. But again, it's just a nice, beautiful, rather different, and just exquisitely stunning. And also, it's not too Christmassy. It's red and of course festive and fabulous, but also it's perfect for all year round. So I think he is going to absolutely adore this. And then, oh my gosh, this wasn't meant to be like a full unboxing. We're meant to be decorating the Christmas tree. And as you know, it's an extraordinarily busy time of year. So I do have a few calls later on this afternoon. Now, I picked up a few beautiful scarves for the gents coming to our dinner party, but they do also do like cufflinks, and these are just fabulous. So I have a really, really good friend of mine, Nick. You guys have met him. He's like my best friend. If I could have put him in a pink bridesmaid's dress, I would have done. And we have this thing, I don't know really where it started. I'll tell you where it started. So when it was the date Mark and I were meant to get married. Yes, you heard that correctly. Sadly, our wedding was meant to be during COVID, and of course, without having to go into too much detail, our wedding got cancelled and cancelled and cancelled and cancelled. But there are a lot of millions of other people who had it far worse than we did. And on the day that was meant to be our wedding day, I got a knock at the door, and there was this huge, like, polystyrene box. And I was like, what is going on? Like, first and foremost, there's not many people that know our gate code. I'm going to tell you that. Really not many people. So they managed to get in the gate. They've also managed to get out of the gate and then also knock on the door. And he left. One of his very good friends also owns a seafood restaurant. And he literally got, I can't even tell you, 100 oysters and the most delicious lobsters I have ever eaten in my entire life. And he just said, I wanted to make it really, really special, and he did just that. And sadly, of course, during COVID, we couldn't share it with him, but Mark and my whole family, who were all locked down together, 4 of us, I think it was, yeah, it was Mark and myself and my mother and my father, and we said, do you know what, we're going to dress up. So we all came down in like ball gowns, and Mark and Daddy were in black tie. And ever since that day, I like to buy him little gifts with lobsters on. And when I saw this, it made me think of him. Gosh, a very, very long story, but with everything I try to do is for there to be meaning behind it. But they're silk scarves and silk handkerchiefs. And this, I personally think, would be one of those that you would have in a sports jacket or a blazer. And he also loves colour, but it doesn't get better quality than this. And if you look at other competitors, it's also a very different price point. It is just unbelievable. So I got him that. And I'm going to keep it in the beautiful packaging. I got the other boys a few of the others. Now for Christmas presents, so I need to get these sort of tucked away. And fingers crossed, Mark is not going to be watching this vlog. He's too busy in them. We need to get Marcus. Maybe he can help me. Maybe he can help me pop the angel at the top of the tree later. But these are a few pairs of their cufflinks. Again, just the most gorgeous packaging. Beautiful branding, and these are a gorgeous pair of their duck cufflinks. They're just gorgeous. And if you have any of your sort of male friends or fathers or brothers or uncles that are sort of like country gents, shall we say, I feel like they've got such a great collection. They've kind of got like gear sticks, they've got pheasants, they've got skulls, they've got lobsters, they've got, gosh, they've got so many things. So I'd highly recommend to head over to the website and have a little look. And then of course for the girlies, my best friends, I am gifting them, it's like hands down one of the easiest gifts, because you just know everybody is going to absolutely love it. Their bangles are a no-brainer. So they come in the most beautiful packaging again, and then they come with a gorgeous little velvet pouch. And this one here is their Talk Salamander. And as you can see, this one has actually got a hinged clasp. Just makes it that little bit easier to pop on and off. And this is an extraordinarily beautiful pink tourmaline. So these little heads here are a vibrant pink. This is absolutely stunning, and of course the bangle is gold. It is such a beautiful piece, and again they're so different, but they are so classy. I am so in love with my Halcyon Days bangles, and I just think they're so multi-generational, because I know this for sure, my mother steals mine every single time she comes over, and I suddenly think, where on earth has that gone? And the next time I see her, she'll be like, also the bangles, when you pair them up, you just make such a gorgeous like noise together. And she comes over and she's bangling her way in, and I'm like, excuse me, would you like to take all of that off and give it back? They're just absolutely stunning, but they have such a gorgeous array. Gifted Laura, you guys have met her so many times, and of course saw her in the Vlogmas intro. She already has a Halcyon Days bangle that I gifted her from my birthday. She went with the agame gold with the white enamel. I'll pop a picture of it here. So I wanted to get her something just a little bit different, and she loves like wearing black and like dark navy, and this is just stunning. This is the black version to my gorgeous pearl bangle here, and I just love the detail. It's kind of almost like a indentation, I would say, and they're just gorgeous. I love the packaging as well. And you also get your care instructions on the inside. It's just those little details make all the difference. And then because I just couldn't actually help myself, anything that's kind of like a collection and matches other bits and bobs that I have a weakness, and of course candles at Christmas is a must. So this is, can we just have a moment for this gorgeous gift box? It's stunning. No one does gift wrapping like Halcyon days, that is for certain. And this is the matching stag trellis candle. Oh my gosh, it just smells like heaven. And this is the green and gold stag trellis that matches our tableware. And I just thought it was absolutely gorgeous. So you are going to be seeing these dotted in and around the house. And also when the candles are obviously completely burnt down, you could then use this as a mug, a cup, pop your makeup brushes in it, you could repour and actually use it as a candle again. There's so many different things that you can do it to give it another life, and I think that's so important at this time of year. You don't need to go out and just buy everything new every year. You just need to invest in beautiful luxury items that are going to last you a lifetime and that you can bring out time and year after year and give them a new lease of life. Maybe what I could do is actually use them as like little vases next year and do floral arrangements down the middle of the table to match the tableware. I think it's going to be so cute. But those were the bits and bobs. There are a few more, but over the next few weeks, of course, I'm going to be sharing it all with you. And it is most certainly time to get this tree sorted. So, without further ado, let's do this. Right. One thing you are going to need, should you have a rather large Christmas tree, you're going to need a step ladder, Exhibit A, and actually we have like beautiful wooden steps that we have in our library. However, I would always personally suggest to have one with one of these bars. It's just a little bit safer when reaching for the stars. When you either put your star on the top or, you know, get to those really tall baubles. Now I have put all the baubles on the floor, and as you can see, I've got like a little bit of an edit. So we've got all of the gold baubles, got our beautiful encrusted pears, all of the kind of baubles that I've collected over the past few years, even down to the beautiful pears that we bought in America. Gosh, donkeys years ago. These, I can't remember where they came from. My mother bought these and I have just been obsessed with them ever since I was a little girl. They are just adorned in sparkles and beads, and whether I use them actually on tablescapes and runners or whether I pop them on the tree, every year I just bring them out and place them somewhere different, and I adore them. And then I've got some like large, kind of like normal baubles, but they are so effective. And when you're actually shopping for these, you kind of think, oh, they're a bit shiny and a bit glossy, but trust me when I say they look so good next to the lights. They really cast the most magical shimmer on a Christmas tree. Then we've got a lot of gold sparkles. We've got a few birdies. I think we bought these last year from, I think I want to say Harrods, and they've got like gold wings, and I just thought that they looked really beautiful amongst all of the Halcyon Days baubles. And then what I didn't realise is that these unbelievable glossy Bordeaux tree ornaments from Balsam Hill are different sizes. So you get them in sets of 6, and you get 3 enormous ones, and then you get 3 smaller ones. They are absolutely stunning, and as you can see in the middles between the beautiful blown glass, they've got gold sparkles. They are so beautiful, and the quality is genuinely phenomenal. We've then got the Royal Corgis, we've got the Panthère Black and Gold and the gorgeous Panthère Poinsettias. I've also got some ribbons, and I've kind of got everything out just so that I can see it. And when it comes to placement, I would personally recommend to place your largest baubles or largest accessories or tree ornaments first. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to place the hydrangeas first, get the hydrangea placement perfect, and then go in with the Balsam Hill, and then I can dot everything else around it. So we've got a very sneaky looking tree. Let's create something utterly magical. Can't believe the sun is going down so much. I've had to turn a few more lights on, so fingers crossed the lighting is okay and you guys can actually see what I'm doing. I also love how the tree is framed by our gold mirror. It looks so ornate. I just love it. So, oh my gosh, I always get so nervous about like the first bauble or the first, in this case, hydrangea, because you kind of need to be brave and sort of think about what you're going to do. But I personally think if we start with like 1, 2, 3, 4, so kind of go 2, 2, 3, 4 and 4. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed that's gonna look good. Right, I'm gonna come up here and you guys are hopefully going to agree with my hydrangea placement. I think I'm gonna start off with the first one, potentially here. And I'm gonna just slide him in to the tree. And I will leave the paint that we bought linked in the description box. But hopefully, and I've also sprayed the leaves, and the leaves look even more beautiful, I personally think. Right, standing back. No, not perfect. What do we think so far? Oh, okay, I think it's looking, I think we then need to do, yeah, 4 and 4. Okay, so I think I'm happy with the hydrangea placement. What do you guys think? I don't want it to be too, in all honesty with you, I know this sounds like a crazy thing for me to say, but I don't want to be too perfect. I just want it to look scattered, but also relatively even. So I've kind of gone for like, if there were any sort of slightly larger gaps. Also, every hydrangea head is a different size, so just taking a little look at the individual hydrangea heads and I'm working out where it's going to shine best. Now I'm going to go in with the larger Balsam Hill dangly tree ornaments, and this is really where you need to almost think like, where do you want to have it hanging, and then you can figure out which, because these also do have weight to them, so that they are going to pull down slightly, and I personally think that is absolutely perfect. So I'm going to, just in terms of safety, wrap that round twice, just in cases, and make sure that it's perfectly positioned. And I'm going to just place these around the tree again, kind of creating a little bit of a pattern and just making sure that they are evenly distributed around the tree. Now with this particular tree, obviously people, well, I hope the bottom of it is going to be filled with presents, so I don't actually need that many Christmas decorations at the back. However, I think it's important that there are Christmas decorations at the side, so I am going to just ensure that from the sides and of course the front, she is looking fully decorated. And I'm just going to move it around. Also, the best thing about a faux Balsam Hill Christmas tree is that you can also just like move each little individual branch as to kind of where you need it to be. And I think already, oh my goodness, already I'm just loving it. And it's just actually like pulling out the gold from the picture frames and the mirror. And what you don't see is we've also got the lantern chandelier above my head. It's so special. Oh, I love it so much. Right, let's continue decorating. And one thing I will always say is you have to stand back, and I'm going to look with you guys, just sort of see exactly where we need to place the next ornament. Do we think this is okay up here? There's a lovely space for it to just hang in all of her glory. I'm now going to go in with, I feel like I'm talking about makeup, I'm going in with my red glossy baubles, and I only have 3 of these, so I'm going to have to place these very, very strategically. And another little tip of mine is you don't want to have anything like too big right at the top, otherwise it kind of just throws off the whole tree ratio. So you kind of want to start off with, you know, I've not placed the largest hydrangea head at the top, but I have started to obviously include some of the bigger arrangements, kind of this section, but you want to save the smaller baubles at the top. So I've got 3 different sizes and only 3 of them. So I'm going to pop this one kind of at the top, central. There she goes, up her ladder again. And I'm going to strategically place, this one's actually got wire, which is a fun tabby-dozy. And with these, you can also place them a little bit further into the pine, and it really, really adds depth. So I think that that looks lovely. I've placed the other one here, so I personally believe we should go somewhere like down here, and then it just looks even, but without it looking really, really placed. Yeah, okay, I love it so far. I think we need to start introducing a little bit of gold back into it. We've got quite a lot of red going on, or do we add, maybe what we do is we add the matte in. And trust me when I say, having a combination of matte and glossy ornaments makes all the difference. So I've gone quite large with that one there, so I think I'm going to place this one here, and then we want to ensure that we're leaving a few of the show-stopping positions for the Halcyon Days baubles. We need that crowned corgi in perfect position. Okay, so I think this should go somewhere up here, and possibly a little bit more around to the side. Now I'm going to start placing the slightly smaller burgundy Bordeaux tree ornaments. So again, look for sort of gaps, and what I love is that they're much smaller than these ones. There you go, it gives you a really good idea in terms of the width and the length. And I'm just going to pop them into the natural gaps. And again, they've got such wonderful weight that when you pop them on the little branch, they do come down a tiny touch. So you need to really think about where you want them to hang, and then try and just hook them on a little pine that looks, oh no, this is why the tree always takes me about 10 times longer than I think, because I'm trying to get it to look just stunning. There we go, after a bit of a wrestle, she is beautiful. I feel like this is almost like a ceremonial moment where I place the first Halcyon Days bauble. What do we think? I feel like this one needs to go all the way up at the top, front and center, and then we just dot them all around the tree. I don't know whether to do the poinsettia, the corgi, or the black and gold at the top? What do we think? I'm so sorry, I feel like I've got my bottom right in your face, but I think I'm very happy with her placement. What do we think? I think she could go slightly to the left. To the left, to the left. Everything you own in the box to the left. In your pocket. Da, da, da. Okay. Right. I'm going to have a little bit of a play, a little bit of a jig, change the battery, and I will be back. Well, I've recruited a few little helpers to help us finish off the tree. I've got Wig Pig here. You look so handsome with your little hat on. Yeah, you're gonna help Mama with the Christmas tree. I don't know about you, but I think he quite likes his little Christmas hat. And he looks extremely handsome. Very, very handsome indeed. Anyway, the boys have come in to keep me company. It's actually been a couple of hours, in all honesty with you. I had a few little Christmas errands to run, and I've got a gorgeous evening ahead of me to finish off the tree. But I've placed the first few Halcyon Days baubles, and it's safe to say it's looking incredible. So Wiggy, Odie, Raffy and Lancelot and I are going to just be rocking around the Christmas tree in a happy holiday. Good boy. We're one Santa hat down and we've got the brothers down here. Currently, do you want to try the little hat on? Who wants to try the hat on? Come on in. Let's see what you look like. Lancelot looks so upset when I put him in little outfits. I think you look so dapper with your little Christmas hat on. I think you look so cute. I tell you what, they're really good because they're not tight at all. So I don't know whether they can actually feel that they're actually wearing them. I think you look so handsome. A little festive Santa. A sausage Santa. A sausage Santa. Right, boys, we have got quite the couple hours ahead of us. Let's finish this tree. Decorations stations. Whoever can tell me that decorating a Christmas tree is not a sport. Oh! You stretch to get the perfect little pine needle and the perfect positioning. Not quite on the bubbles just yet, but never say never. Okay, right. I think we are going to now just place the Halcyon Days baubles, and I am going to go Panthère, Poinsettia gold, and then the black and gold. Then potentially, I feel like the corgi should probably come front and centre. I think it would be perfect there. And then it's bringing together all the different reds. I can't wait to give you guys a close-up of this because it just looks outstanding. And then the ribbon that's actually on the Halcyon Days bauble, I'm tying them in little bows. And as you know, I do love myself a bow on a Christmas tree. However, I think if we also add bows on this one, it might just be too much. Shock horror in Leonora's eyes when it comes to a Christmas tree. When is it ever too much? More is more. Okay, and we've got like the little mini bows going on. Oh, I love it so much. I've got all these waggly tails. Oh, waggly tails. Oh, we rocking around the Christmas tree in a happy holiday. Right, Slots, what do we think? What do we spink? I think we go Halcyon Days and then we go big on the sparkles. Let's do it. together. It's always that way when you start placing your first ornaments and you're like, oh, I'm not 100% sure, but then there comes a moment and you're like, my goodness, this is going to look beautiful. I mean, how can it not? So I'm just really strategically placing these magnificent baubles. I've got to be honest, this is just heavenly. I've got my boys here, and although their beds look very, very cozy right now, I'd like to be snuggling up with them, but we've got a very important job on our hands, and I'm now just popping the Halcyon days just kind of around the sort of slightly lower side of the tree. Now I've got a poinsettia there. I think, do I add another one of those, or I think I might go poinsettia here. Yeah, I think so. I think this will look incredible amongst that beautiful hydrangea. And I've actually popped the hydrangea back a little bit. I've pushed it within the tree, and as always, it is so important not to have all your baubles hanging on the edges of the branches, but also making sure that you're popping them slightly in, and that's really where you create just the most unbelievable Christmas tree. It's all about creating depth, and it really draws the eye into the tree. And I love putting pine cones, dried fruits, different types of baubles. We're gonna put loads of gorgeous sparkly little birdies in there as well. So I think what I'm going to do is finish off making sure I'm getting my Halcyon Days baubles placed to perfection, and then it's literally a matter of ensuring that it looks full. But also there's a fine line. You don't want it to look too much, and you also don't want a chaotic Christmas tree. So it's understanding, which for me is quite tricky, understanding the moment when to stop. Okay, right. I'm thinking we need one of these gorgeous black and gold baubles here. I've got a little bit of a gap here, but I'm not too worried because I've still got some of these magnificent sparkly baubles to pop in, and I think that will actually look amazing there. Yeah, I love that. I'm going to tie that a couple of times around. And look at that. Oh my gosh! It's also introducing like different shades of gold. I appreciate that. I've just chopped off my head. So there I am. I just said I was going to continue with the Halcyon Days, and I got a bit carried away with a gold sparkly bauble. But who wouldn't? Okay. Right, another black and gold. I think I'm going to go around here and just pop this one in here. Okay. Right. I want this to dangle slightly. That's the wonderful thing about these gorgeous ribbons, is that you can tie them as you wish in terms of the length. And you can create just the most pretty little bows. And then what I like to do is just turn up the branch slightly, just to ensure it's not just going to slide straight off. So in terms of security, also hopefully it's on carpet. We've got a carpet on sisal here, so fingers crossed it's not going to smash. Right, keep coming back. I think we need a poinsettia in a gap around here. I want to hang just around about there. I'm going to get it in a little bit more. And the lights are so soft. That is another thing that Balsam Hill, they give you the option in terms of the lights you wish. Some people like bright white lights. I personally like a soft light when it comes to a Christmas tree. And I'm not one that loves coloured lights, but that's just personal preference. You might like all the different colours. Okay, right, that one Slightly more. There we go. Absolutely stunning. Oh, my heart. Soaking up some baubles, this tree. My goodness, every time I'm standing back, I'm seeing another sort of little hole that I need to fill. And that doesn't look good there, so you can come off. And it really is like a little bit of trial and error. Placing a bauble, see how it hangs amongst the rest of the decorations. I think it's looking stunning. Okay, I'm seeing like a little bit of a gap over here. This is a moment for something to shine. I'm thinking possibly about tying this one or potentially bringing... I'm coming back out again. Two of my favourite Christmas tree ornaments of all time. Look at how beautiful these pears are. If ever you see any pears like this, please send me a message and let me know where you see them, because I'm always on the hunt. They are hand painted, the detail is just stunning, and I don't know, they just make me so happy. So again, I really want to place these as pride of place, and I think just combining the gold, the reds, from the incredible Pantia on the Halcyon days to all of those gorgeous golden tones within the hydrangeas, the frosted apples to the crowned corgi. It's definitely looking fabulous. And I personally think this needs to sit somewhere like this, making sure we can see his beautiful leaf. Oh my gosh, it's just pure perfection. Oh, I love it. Okay, right, our next pair, I'm thinking somewhere in here, placed a little bit further back, and the best thing about this one is that it's actually on a wire, so I can just place them exactly there. And I have a blood bombshell. And I have a blood bombshell. Yeah, what do you think of Mummy's tree? What do you think of Mummy's tree? Do you like it? Oh, you're playing with your brother. Oh, the cracklings. Oh, the cracklings. They're in their witching hour. Okay. Right, boys, we've got a serious job on our hands. Please, focus. So I'm thinking just to actually place some of these gorgeous glass-blown baubles. These are just, in fact, hand-painted, clear baubles with gorgeous sort of like floral motifs, but they are in gold, so they're very much in keeping with the tree, but they're not too much. I think that they will be perfect for, let's have a little look, kind of areas whereby we need something, but nothing too much. I'm thinking kind of like places like this. And again, by using glass, like clear glass, the lights from the tree reflect off of it and actually bring light into the actual depth and the inside of the tree, and I love it. Okay, let's add a few more of those in. Oh gosh, that looks gorgeous. It's all of these small little things that really make all the difference. I'll bring this one all the way up here. Got a pair of sausages down here. Fighting and biting, Mummy. Got a bit of play going on. What are you two doing? Tweedledum and Tweedledee. You look guilty. You look guilty. Am I going to find a nice little Christmas present somewhere? Oh, I know. I know. I know. Wait, okay, right. You go down there with your brother. Oh, calm down. It's a bit of a wriggler. A wriggler. Right, I just saw a spot. It's definitely starting to look full, which I love. Then we bought these from Harrods last year. They are these gorgeous little gold birdies with beautiful like beaded wings and a little floofy tail. And I think he is going to look beautiful. Just actually sat in here. There's this gorgeous leaf that was left over from one of the hydrangeas, and I'm just going to almost like sit him on the leaf and tuck his tail in. I think that looks gorgeous. And then we've got all of these beauties to go on the tree. Not quite the vibe I was going for. Oh dear, oh dear. There we go. I've just found these beautiful red birds, and we actually used to have these decorated around our dining room at my like childhood home. We had, gosh, quite a dining room. I think it seated like 30 or 32, and it had Decor hand painted beautiful literally artwork as the wallpaper. I remember when I was a little girl, the artists literally painting onto the walls, and then on the sort of like candelabras that were placed onto the walls, a little bit like, I suppose, a little bit like this here. And we had these amazing candlesticks, and these were sort of like around the dining room, and my mother must have packed them up. As you know, she is a complete hoarder. And I also have this like vague memory of my mother running around and collecting all of the tiebacks. That's a story for another day. But she obviously couldn't part with her birds, and I now like to use them as Christmas decorations. And I don't know about you, but I personally think little Mr. Red Birdie, I've got a few of them. These definitely weren't on the walls, but these ones were, and I think we've got a few of them. I think there's about 2 or 3, maybe 4, and they're just beautiful. And again, if you invest in good quality pieces, this is without a shadow of a doubt, it might be 15, 20 years old. Can you believe that? And then we have these little beauties. I have absolutely no idea where this came from, but we've got a few of them. And then this, I think we bought these in the Christmas barn at Christmas Common. I know, can you believe it? That is the actual name, and it is this amazing barn. It's a family-owned business. That's actually where our real Christmas tree that you would have seen on the top of the Aston Martin has come from, and it is outside. And they have this amazing array of Christmas decorations, and that is where you can go and get your fresh Christmas tree from. Highly recommend. It's great, great afternoon out, and they've got lots of sparkly little numbers. So I think I am, he is sort of like ombre gold with a few little silver tails. I'm going to leave him out for the moment, but you are delicious. He's got a gold sparkly belly. We're probably going to have gold sparkly bellies by the end of this. Right, what do we think? I need to come back. Odie, what are you doing in the library? I do not want to find any Christmas presents. Come on. Come here. Do you want to see something really funny? Maybe we need to put a Christmas hat on him. So we had a coronation party, as one does. And we still have a life-size cutout of King Charles. I mean, who would have known? King Charles, His Royal Highness King Charles has graced us with his presence for our tree decorating vlog, but we've never got rid of him. And trust me when I say, sometimes I go into the library and it gives me such a fright. I don't know why we're not getting rid of him. He's become part of the family now. But anywho, yes, for some very odd reason, he is still in there. I don't know why I've just shown you that, but anywho. Okay, let's get some of these birds onto the tree. I think that looks absolutely gorgeous there. Let's maybe get him slightly further up. I'm thinking like this is a gap up here that I think would be gorgeous to fill. And then this one, because, oh no, I do have 2 or 3 of these little ones. This one has like a little tartan belly. I think he belongs on the other tree. Tartan is the other tree. So let's pop him to one side. I think he will look gorgeous. Kind of there. It's got a little wire on. Wire him through the tree. Oh, absolutely stunning. Back I come to check. Oh gosh, how stunning is that? Now we're almost there. As always, I like to pop a few berries into my tree. Again, it just brings such gorgeous colour, different textures, different sizes, and I think the berries genuinely like make it. So these are, my gosh, I'm throwing them everywhere. They kind of come in little branches like so, and you can pull them out and make them as big or as little as you wish. So I am just literally going to place them onto some of the branches. You can use one of the tails and just wrap it around. And for example, pop that in there, and I just think it really pulls the red of the poinsettia out of those gorgeous baubles. Where else? I think in here. Gorgeous.
Mummy?
Yes?
Hello, Mummy.
What do we think?
Beautiful. Oh, she's a stunner.
Oh, why thank you.
Yeah, the tree doesn't look too bad either.
No. You think it looks good? Think it looks good?
It looks amazing.
Good. And look at your children.
I know, they're so
It's
excited.
children.
They're so
I
excited.
know.
They've only been
It's the
away for a
witching
few
hour.
hours.
I know. Oh,
Yeah.
crunch.
Cinnamon sticks.
What do we think?
It's wonderful.
Well, this is desperately exciting because I've found some more dried gold hydrangeas. I've just gone into the hallway and I'm just sort of having a little browse at a few other boxes. I've got more berries. I do also have some beautiful white berries from Tilly and Ted. And behind that box, I've just found these, and they're just slightly darker. As you can see, kind of like the original colour was a gorgeous like greeny burgundy, and they're not as bright, and they're also a little bit smaller, so they're going to be perfect. And I'm literally just going to stuff them kind of like in here as such, and again it just draws a little bit more light and just something slightly more interesting into the tree. Okay, right, put this one in here. Oh my gosh, this has just made it. Keep coming back and checking. Oh wow, that's beautiful. Okay, I think I'm going to pull this one out slightly because he looking, guys. Oh, I'm so excited. I thought I was almost finished until I had a weak moment because I was like, these bows are too beautiful not to use. Of course I can put them somewhere else, but I just thought I'm just gonna give it a little whirl. I have recruited a second opinion, and Marcus, do you want to come say hi? This is my 5th Christmas elf of the evening.
Hello, everybody.
And it's also perfect timing because I need a little bit of help placing
there's a surprise.
the angel on top of the tree. Right, Marcus, we need... Oh, is it me? It's me! I think you might need a crane, my love.
Yeah.
I think we might need a crane. Right.
What's the plan?
Well, first and foremost, I do think, like, I don't think too heavy on the bows, but I think a few scattered because I think the tails, there's something about a dangly
It doesn't look quite
tail.
complete without them.
It does.
Well, maybe a few, but not too
I
many.
think a few. I think a few. Okay, right. So, look at how gorgeous these are, and they are the most beautiful quality, like very, very rich red, almost burgundy, but not too burgundy, if you know what I mean. And they've got little clips on the back, and in all honesty with you, I could actually, like, put a gorgeous bow in my hair. How pretty is that? Do you like that?
Yeah.
That wasn't a very yeah. Right.
Have a green one.
Do you think we could just refrain from standing directly in front of the light, Marcus? Because, oh no, there he goes again. And again. Right, get in here. Right. Marcus Parkus. We need to be very strategic with bow placing. I'm thinking there needs to be a bow here. But can we get the dangles right?
Yeah.
I don't need to get him to stand to attention.
What's happening with all the Christmas cushions?
I know, Christmas cushions are yet to be placed. If said angel. Oh, there's another angel coming. That's gorgeous. Right, I'm going to pause and I'll be back with the bows. I think we need one here. And then his tails either side of the bird and the beautiful Halcyon Days bauble. You don't want to bring King Charles back out, Marcus?
Well, he's enjoying the library.
He's enjoying the library. Okay. Oh, I love. Okay, right.
Are you not meant to put that wicker thing around the base first?
Si, por favor. However, sadly, it's not wide enough.
Oh.
Tree almost took out John. We almost lost John, everyone! Yeah, John was lifting and I was sliding. The only way we could potentially do it is if we cut it in half.
Yeah.
And it's too beautiful. And now that I've decorated with 17,462 baubles, sadly, that's a no. Okay. What do we think?
About?
Am I going too far? I'm like trying to be on the minimal side.
So you're never on the minimal side.
Could you imagine? No, I'm not in love with that one. Right. We just need to place, I think, one nearer the top. And I think it's enough. Okay. I think we need one. Do you think that looks good there, Marcus? What do you guys think?
Beautiful.
No, that's not. I want... Does that look good slightly off-centred, or do you think it needs to be in the centre?
Well, are you going to put one on the other side?
No, we have Thy Beautiful Angel. Oh yes, I can put one on the other side. Oh, what do you think? Okay. I'm coming down. I'm coming round. You think I should put one like above the bird?
Yeah.
Slightly above the bird, under the hydrangea?
Yeah.
Okay. What, sort of like here? The fact that I can like literally clip it to the hydrangea is an absolute game changer. Okay. Right. I think the moment has come. I think it might be time for the angel. Compadres, could you pass her to me? Now, she's a little bit wobbly.
She is?
She is. So I don't know whether to like stuff her. Right, hold on to the ladder.
I think you need a bigger ladder.
Or what about you doing it?
No.
Okay. Right, we need to swap. Not quite tall enough. Up he goes.
Stop it.
Right, don't fall into the tree, please.
That'd be good, wouldn't it?
This is ours. Oh. Do I need to stuff her bottom? She looks a bit skew-F. What do you think? She looks like she's had a few too many bollies.
That would be consistent in the end.
Huh.
This isn't working very well.
What do we think? Should I stuff her with like tissue
I'm
paper?
not sure how that's going to help exactly.
It'd be more like sturdy.
How's that?
I think it's just slightly off. I know. Do we need a taller ladder? Oh, we do have a taller ladder, yeah.
It's not the ladder that's the issue.
No, I know, but it would be better if you could get slightly higher. Look, we've got the library steps. This is slightly...
You think they're higher?
I think so.
Well, you go up that side then.
Up this side. And what am I doing exactly?
I don't know, we just...
Bit of moral support up there.
I think we're going to get a bit more of the tree up the bottom.
Okay. Right. I think we should stuff her up here. No.
How do you think that's going to help?
Well, I don't think, not fully, because otherwise it's not going to have enough to like
We don't
go
want to
in.
see it, do you?
No, but okay, I think we need to. I mean,
I'm not sure what your
no.
thought process was.
I feel a bit sorry for her, really. I'm not sure I want all those pine needles up my skirt. Where did that just come from? There. I think it was the central one there. Okay, that's fine. So you can put that back. Okay, I've got floristry wire. Should we wire her? I'm off to get a pair of scissors. There's no going back. I've cut off her underskirt. Okay, Marcus, may I have a little bit of assistance?
My wings look like they're going to fall off. Hang on. This is disastrous.
Okay.
So she doesn't want to sit on the tree, she wants to go to the pub. It's not bad. That is not bad.
Okay. Guys, is she straight? Oh, we've got a little audience down here of sausage dogs. Okay, can I balance on you to pull her
Yeah, be careful, because...
wings? Okay, let me go down quickly. Let me see. Ooh. What do we think? I'm so excited. Oh, Marcus, it's beautiful.
Beautiful.
Well, it might have taken me hours, but it was worth every single millisecond. I have had the best afternoon / evening decorating the Christmas tree.
It does look beautiful.
It is so stunning. Everything from the hydrangeas to our beautiful Halcyon Days baubles. I am so excited. I'm so in love with it, and I'm also so excited to be able to treasure them forever. It's just extraordinarily special. And of course, our beautiful family baubles are kind of like mixed in and in between. We've got frosted berries, we've got cherries, we've got the gorgeous Balsam Hill teardrops that are so stunning. And with a little bit of help from Marcus, we placed the angel and she looks beautiful. I am so in love with this tree. It definitely took me longer, always. It always takes longer than expected, but it's so special. And now I'm just so excited to be able to make just the most magical memories in and around the Christmas tree. All she needs now is just a few Christmas presents underneath. And a few running around sausages. Yeah. Oh my gosh, I'm so in love with it. I feel like the ribbons definitely made it. It looks extraordinarily special. And actually, guys, I am doing a giveaway. Halcyon Days have been so kind, and we have got an array of different things. I just always want to be able to give it to you. I just adore gifting, and I think that is one of the most special times at this time of year, and it is my love language. So we have got the most unbelievable giveaway, from tea for one, and the design on the baubles and the teacups and the beautiful teapot is so stunning. So I will leave all of the details to the Christmas Halcyon Days giveaway, and it's just so beyond beautiful. So make sure to take a little look at that description box and make sure to enter. And I also, as always, have a discount code for Halcyon Days, so I will leave it on screen here. So I think it might be time to bring this vlog to an end. It is officially a wrap from me, a very snoozy sausage, and hopefully the husband. I'm so excited. It's finally finished. Our 2025 Christmas trees are all done, and we will see you guys tomorrow. So sending you so much love. Oh, and I can't wait for more festivities.